Hey Shark fans, it's your pal Ian here to talk about tonight's game, which was a 3-2 loss to the Vancouver Canucks in regulation. I do plan to do a written blog tonight, so stay tuned for that. I'm just kind of doing an off-the-cuff video, just kind of capture the moment of, the game just ending. So here it is. So I'll try and keep the usual format that the written blog will go, and that's the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good, honestly, I thought the Sharks played, for the most part, a pretty good game. Yes, they made mistakes that bit them in the ass, but overall, I thought they played good. Statistically, they did really well. They put a ton of shots on goal. A lot of them were really good. Lack had to make a lot of really good saves tonight, who has been just great for the Vancouver Canucks. I watched the end of the Arizona, watched most of actually the Arizona Vancouver game the other night, and actually I was impressed with how good Lack was in that game. And Lack was pretty good in relief of Markstrom against the Sharks previously as well. So I guess it should have come as no surprise as Lack was being was very good tonight. So let's talk about some other stuff going on. In my pregame post, I said that the Sharks would need to really get their sights on the face-off circle because they got absolutely killed in the face-off circle in their previous encounter, and they did better. They really did better. They dominated the face-off circle. The final face-off numbers, if you don't mind me looking for a second, were 39 to 27. You can't argue with those numbers. Unfortunately, things just didn't go their way tonight. So what happened? Well, a couple of things happened. We'll get to the bad. The bad, Patrick Marleau had a really bad game, guys. I know that Patrick Marleau, and I'm a defender of Marleau. I have come out in defense of Marleau a few times this season because there has been times where he has been kind of shit on and he hasn't deserved it. And you know what? Tonight is not one of those nights. Marleau missed a wide open net. Happens to the best of us. I agree. That's, obviously going to look bad because you're going to look back now and say, okay, well, if Marleau buries that, then it's it's, I think, 3-1 at that point. It's a different game. Sure. But that's not the reason why I think Marleau had a bad game. That's definitely part of it. I mean, and I'm not alone here. I mean, Todd McClellan moved Marleau up and down the lines because he just wasn't happy with his play. So, for the people that are going to yell at me because they're going to defend Marleau and remind me how good Marleau is, look, I like Patrick Marleau. I am a Patrick Marleau fan. But tonight was not a good night for Patrick Marleau. That's what it is. Sorry, guys. Um, the other things that were bad. I thought the Sharks played. I don't want to say bad because they really were really good in the turnover department. When they really started turning over the puck was in the end of the third period where they needed a goal. So obviously you're going to make more high risk plays at the end of the period to try and get a goal to try and tie it up. So that's why your turnover numbers are actually going to be high. Up until about the halfway point of the third period, I think we had 3 turnovers. We ended the game with 9. So it's excusable. The ugly had nothing to do with the Sharks tonight. You know what was ugly? Pardon my language. The officiating was ugly tonight. I am not one to pile on the refs. In fact, normally I am the one that will go out there and when everyone's whining about the refs killing us, I'm usually the one telling everyone to shut the hell up. Tonight, it's justified. The officiating was awful. And it wasn't even just, I mean, Vancouver got burned on a couple calls too, but our calls were, you know, that okay, the last goal they didn't even look at. I don't think they had to look at it. In my opinion, that puck was not across the line. So you get no beef with me on that one. I don't care that they didn't go upstairs because I know that if Toronto can overturn that goal, if they look at that and they say, okay, that's a goal, they can call it back, set the time back, and that's a goal. That didn't happen. I'm not surprised because I didn't see that puck cross the line, and in my opinion, it didn't cross the line. So, but that goal that got called back before on that BS intent to blow call. I hate this intent to blow nonsense. If you're sitting over the net, like the ref didn't blow the whistle, didn't do nothing. He didn't really care until the puck went in the net. And then he called it back because he was going to blow the whistle. Like, I sympathize with the refs. I understand that we get slow motion and blah, 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 blah. I get it. And I'm the one that usually makes that argument because I hate this woe is me, the refs screwed us nonsense that our fan base is a little bit heavy on. But tonight, that was garbage. That should have been a goal. The fact that that's not a goal, I don't know. If the ref didn't see the puck, why didn't he blow it dead? Why, I don't get it. I don't like these stupid intent to blow calls. I think it's garbage. If the whistle doesn't blow, that should be a goal. Sorry, that's all there is to it. And I would say the same thing if that went the other way. And people who have been reading me or watching me for long enough will know that that's the honest to God truth. And if you don't think that's the honest to God truth, well, I don't know what to tell you. All right, so what else can I say about this game? Not a whole lot. The out-of-town scoreboard killed us again. The Sharks losing tonight. They got no points. We're still sitting at 72 points. Everybody else has earned points this week. The wild card spots are almost completely out of reach at this point. Minnesota, I believe, has 79 points. The Winnipeg Jets won again. I believe they have 78 points. They might have 79 points. I might have this backwards. Either way, the Sharks are sitting at 70 points. Those wildcard spots are getting further and further out of reach, which means that the Sharks are going to have to get into the divisional playoff spots, which is fine. They're not terrible. But now Vancouver has 6 points on us, and they've played, I believe, still one less game than us, and they have 6 points on us. LA got a point tonight. They're now 3 points ahead of us, fighting for those last spots. Calgary just, for some reason, decide they're just not losing ever again. And they keep rolling without Mark Giordano. I thought for sure if any team was going to fall, it would be Vancouver or Calgary, and they still might. I mean, there's a lot of hockey left to be played, but no one's giving the Sharks a break right now. This game against Vancouver was super important. The Sharks needed this game because they not only does this hurt them in the fact that they didn't get any points, but they gave 2 points to a team that's already in the division, a team that they are fighting for the playoff spot, and they're putting that second spot a little more out of reach, which means the Sharks might have to settle for that third spot. And they're not going to get it without a fight. They have to help themselves. The scoreboard hasn't helped them, but they did nothing to help themselves tonight. Yes, the refs did it, and it sucked and whatever, but it is what it is. You have to win. You have to win the game. There's no, the Sharks played good enough, but there's no moral victories anymore. You're not going to win because, you can't just go pat yourself. Well, we played a good game. Time to pat ourselves on the back. We'll go on next time. I mean, yes, the Sharks have to do that at this point, but there's no moral victories now, guys. Like, the Sharks have to get points. That's all there is to it. If they're going to make the playoffs, they have to get points. They're in a world of trouble. They have the smallest cushion for error right now. They have the fewest. Of the teams looking for playoff spots. This is the team that has the fewest losses available to them, and they just burned one right off the hop, and now they have to play 3 very good teams for the remainder of their homestand. They could be out of it by the end of this homestand if they don't pick up points against Pittsburgh or Nashville or Chicago. They don't pick up points in those 3 games, they're done. It's all there is to it. So stay tuned for me to actually collect my thoughts and write something properly, but this is how I feel before calming down and writing my blog and whatever. So it is what it is. Hey, also, but speaking of my blog, you can always read it at ianblogsharks.blogspot. Let's try that again. ianblogsharks.blogspot.ca. Also, you can also follow me on Twitter at ianblogsharks, and you can subscribe to my channel, which I always forget to tell you, but please subscribe to my channel because you can see all the cool videos I make. I've already been asked about about the off season, or once the Sharks are done, what happens to the blog. The blog will continue. It might get a little more NHL general because obviously there's not a whole lot to talk about the Sharks in the summer. It's hard to get any information about the Sharks out, but the blog will continue, so look forward to that. Thanks for taking the time to watch me talk into my webcam, and be sure to read the actual post-game official blog that I'm going to write very soon. Have a good night, guys. Bye.